Hello, ladies and gentlemen. After a really, really fucking long time, we're back behind the mic. I'm Leo Tully, and I'm proud to have this opportunity to cough all over my microphone and into your ears for the next 45 minutes or so. And let's see what's going on with these two beautiful gentlemen to my right and left.
I'm David Sorokanish, a co-host.
I'm Brian David Sanchez, the Mexican.
The Mexican, the token Mexican. We have to hit our minority quota. It's a requirement for shows like this, even on the internet. So, it's been a minute. A good amount of stuff has happened, though maybe not as much stuff as we would like to fill a whole show, if I'm honest. In the wake of the Oscars, everything kind of slowed down to nothingness.
Really. Oh, yeah.
But some really exciting stuff.
Dude, excitement.
Sound bites.
Excitement and sound bites. Stuff like a bunch of trailers for movies that you may or may not have heard of. Like Justice League, which you may have heard of, and Captain Underpants, which you probably also heard of, and then Death Note, which you may not have heard of. All of these are movies, and all of these have trailers, and all of these are going to be watched and discussed. Even though in the case of, like, how much experience do you guys have with Captain Underpants? We'll start with that one, I guess.
What, reading it?
Did you guys read Captain
Oh,
Underpants?
fuck yeah, I read every single story.
Every single story?
I had a single book that I used to color in all the time. I didn't read it.
Ever got to experience the magic of, like, the flipperama?
No.
Oh,
Actually, yes, I
Flipperama.
did.
You did get to
But
experience
that's
that?
about the only interaction I had with the book.
You can
I
tell
didn't
which
really
books were
read
mine
it.
because I destroyed all the Flipperama pages. Like, by the second time, I was like, damn it. It's like, put your hand here.
Maybe
and
hit
push-
yourself in the head in the process with just a little bit too much
I
force.
like how they have that little outline, like
Exactly.
so you need to know where our hands are.
My hands are always too big for those outlines. They didn't match the. They didn't oblige by the standards that the man has set up for children to live up to these days. You know.
You see, I didn't know that, and first time doing it about 2 years ago, whoop, lost the book, and that was it.
Wait, about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I thought you just said you had them all as a kid.
I had them all as a kid, but I read them again 2 years ago. See, I didn't rip them till like now.
Oh.
I took care of them until now.
Young you is just a little bit more. Gave a couple more shits about
Well,
the product.
the hands actually fit inside the little outlines, so
So what you're saying is you just weren't proportional to it. Anymore.
I was not.
That was the root of the problem.
I got excited because I thought your first exposure was in high school.
oh no.
I got excited because I thought you considered yourself a kid up until about a year and a half ago. As far as I know, you still do. If I had to guess, you'd say that you still consider yourself a kid.
Oh hell no! After like 2 marriages, you can't do that anymore.
That's a fair point, actually. I hadn't considered that part. Okay, so we're gonna clock out for a minute. We've been talking to you for a cool 2 minutes and 47 seconds at this point, so I'm
48,
sure you're sick of us.
49. Oh, I'm probably off
Like
for
that, like that. That is an example of you being sick of us.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna pause this for a second. You can rest your ears from our terrible screeching voices, and we're gonna watch this Captain Underpants trailer and then talk about it afterward. So I'm gonna hit the pause button.
Hiya, class. I'm your cool new teacher, not some scary guy with a secret evil agenda. Guys, I totally got this. Yeah, totally, he's got it.
And we back.
And the tra-la-la was exactly the way I thought of it in my my head voice.
My head voice. Tra-la-la.
Perfect.
It was wonderful. It was
was.
glorious. The first thing that stands out to that one for me is the art style. Like, it's really, really in the spirit of the original.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I know that Dave doesn't have a lot of experience with this. You're chuckling over here like a madman. Like a crazy person. Or
You
something.
should
Well,
be
no,
the one
no,
with the
I-
most experience, though.
You know what
I
I'm talking
do
about
agree. I agree. That
Yeah.
was the first thing that struck me when I watched
It's a
this trailer.
very, very striking art
Uh-huh.
style.
Exactly.
It's really striking. And it looks good. It's like vibrant. And
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
It's really lively. In this kind of weird, I don't know, like, it's just like not trying to have that same element of realism as something like you might expect out of a more human-oriented Pixar movie or something like that, you know?
It's
like there's
just-
just a little bit less detail. It looks like a straight out of a coloring book.
It's
No, it
just-
looks like it's straight out of like the front cover. Remember?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was came in color.
Exactly. It was great.
It's just pure eye candy.
It is pure eye candy.
Literally.
What do you guys think about the comedy in the trailer?
I thought it was good. Actually, what struck me more was the voice talent that they got.
Yeah,
I think
it's a big
It's
cast.
suitable.
It's a big cast. I appreciated, and it was a little bit of kind of like an off-putting thing the first time that I saw that trailer, how adult the voices that they picked
Yeah,
for the
but
two
I
kids,
think it
but I think it
works.
fits. I
Yeah.
think it fits because it is kind of out there, and it makes it. I don't even know. It just adds that little bit extra out there-ness of the series, and
Sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think just adult voices in general are more charismatic than
Yeah,
kids'
of course.
voices.
Mhm.
It's hard to do like I don't know. They just have that extra punch because the voice doesn't really fit the character, and I don't think a comedy necessarily hits as hard with a child actor. It makes it seem a little bit more novel.
If they had the child actors, I'm sure a lot of the comedy in there they probably couldn't do.
Yeah, probably not. And this is all speaking hypothetically. Of course, we're not going to be able to say for sure exactly what
Until we
this is
watch it.
Until we watch it, which I'm definitely going to be
Oh,
watching.
yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm really excited
I am
about
ready
it.
for that. I wonder if they're gonna give him that superpower juice though.
I don't know. I don't remember enough about the original anything.
No, watching this trailer, it all came flooding back.
I don't. I mean, it did kind of come like the big one was the giant toilet.
Oh yeah.
That was very reminiscent. I distinctly remember that one. That's not an image that you forget. And I also remembered the German like evil teacher.
Wasn't he like
teacher dude that came in?
Professor Potty or something like that?
I think he was like the bad guy that's Like I think that the giant toilet, if I remember correctly, is like a big mech that he's controlled or something like that, or like his robot slave that for whatever reason is a toilet. I don't really get it.
I don't know. He thinks the world is shit. Who knows?
The interesting thing to me about this one was that little subtitle at the bottom that says the first movie, Captain Underpants.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, it says Captain Underpants. I think it literally says the first movie or something like that.
How many books did they end up releasing? Like 20 or something, right? It was
I had
lot.
like a dozen in my mind. I'm kind of talking out of my rear end on this one.
I don't even know, but I'm kind of okay with them doing multiples already because I love Captain Underpants.
There are 11 Captain. Oh, my dozen guess wasn't that off. 11 Captain Underpants books.
Wow.
And multiple. I think multiple look like they're being adapted into that one. I think there's like, it looked to me like, and this could very well be. We're talking about this so artistically, right, Dave?
Pulitzer Prize winning Captain Underpants.
Let's break it down.
Let's go frame by frame here, ladies and gentlemen. And it was all like recognizable material, at least. Like I can remember those scenes from the books.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much original material is going to be here versus the adapted stuff, but they did a good job of making sure that the stuff that at least was in the trailer was very, very familiar to people that are familiar with the series. And that's a good thing.
Now, when did the original book series come out? Because it seems like it coincided with our childhood.
Yeah,
Early
late
2000s.
1997 through 2015.
Wow.
Yeah, last book came out in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm gonna go pick up a copy later.
Of the newest book.
Hell yeah.
See where the adventures of Captain Underpants took him.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they're still making spin-offs too. So I guess that's a thing.
Nice.
So as far as the voice acting stuff, what highlight did you guys have in that? Like, did you think that like Kevin Hart stood out for that?
Yeah,
Or
Kevin
Ed
Hart
Helm? Kevin
particularly.
Hart is definitely the most recognizable one.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize it was Ed Helm.
Yeah, it's Ed Helm's.
Once he said the tra-la-la, I'm like, oh, that's
that
Ed.
fit so well,
That's Ed
I think, and that heel turn that you have where he goes from this really angry, I think Mr. Krupp, is that his name? Something like that. It's just this like just terrible like kind of evil principal last name going on, Mr. Krupp. And that heel turn from like Mr. Krupp to Captain Underpants came out really quickly. I think that's a good thing that Ed Helm's voice is very well suited for.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to can't think of many voice actors or actors for that, or just actors in general for that matter, that would be able to pull that heel turn off as convincingly to go from someone so angry and serious to something as ridiculous as the tra-la-la. and then also Nick Kroll as the German guy. I'm totally in favor of Nick Kroll being cast as every German guy ever now, because he was the German pig in Sing too.
Oh really?
Yeah, the dude in the spandex. It was funny. It was like the highlight of that film for me. Point is, this pulls some nostalgia strings for me. It sounds like it's got a little bit for Bryan too. I don't know what Dave is thinking as a guy who, it sounds like you weren't as attached to the series.
Well, you were attached in the sense that
most people of our generation.
You needed a medium to color on. Film.
Yeah, exactly. as a guy whose sole experience with Captain Underpants is
scribbling
and scribbling outside of the lines, I imagine. Well, maybe not for you. Maybe Kid U, because Kid U's probably a better artist than I ever will be. So maybe you weren't colored outside the lines at that point. You're probably far more advanced. But your opinions as someone that's not quite as attached to the series as Bryan and I speaking, what'd you say?
I'm excited for it.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Leave that poignant note to Dave.
Yes.
Next thing that we're going to talk about is everyone's favorite section where we talk about DC movies.
Ooh.
Wait, DC movies?
DC.
What?
What? the high brows of cinema. I mean, Suicide Squad won an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
These are award-winning films we're talking about, people. Suicide Squad has more Oscars than Arrival, I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure Suicide
Oh
Squad
my
has more
god.
Oscars than Arrival.
Nice.
Oh,
Anyway.
but we did call that it would win in makeup.
We did, and that's the
We
one
did.
that is the one that won. But still, Suicide Squad has more Oscars than Arrival, or some good movie. I think it was Arrival. It might have been another one. I'd like to believe that it wasn't because I loved Arrival.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be heartbreaking if it
Oh,
was a
yeah.
really phenomenal, artistic, well thought out movie.
Hang on there, Christopher Nolan.
It has the same number. Has the same number of Academy Awards as Arrival, and more than I want to say the example that they used may have been Citizen Kane. I could be wrong.
I like that example.
That's hilarious.
It is totally.
I
funny.
know.
I love ridiculous things like
It
that.
was the best stretch ever.
It has, I'm sorry. Once again, the same number of Academy Awards as Citizen Kane does.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like that statement was equivalent to calling like your professor like mother or father in class.
Well, that's like one of those things where every single person at this table has the same number of Tour de France titles as Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things, except a little bit more serious because we're talking about two legitimate winners here.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Anyway, we're gonna look at the Justice League trailer, and we'll be back in a minute to talk about it. So stay tuned or something.
Shall we?
It's good to see you playing well with others again.
Just like a bat. I dig it.
Maybe temporary.
Opinions, first impressions, things that struck you.
Aquaman looks like a badass.
Aquaman does look like a badass. I was surprised at how casual speaking he was. I expected with a casting like Jason Momoa for him to be pretty stern, I guess. And at the end,
Yeah.
he seemed pretty.
He just
comic
seems like a
relief.
dude, bro.
Yeah, he's a big dude, bro, which I didn't expect after seeing all the really stern-looking imagery and posters and pre-production stuff. He looked like an angry Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
He looked really angry, and then at the end he's like fucking dude broing it up, surfing on the top of the Batmobile, like I'll always want to. What do you think about the choice of song, Dave?
Ooh, that was ooh.
Why does everyone think it's okay to do that?
What like
This is a strange mashup of Hans Zimmer, Beatles, weird, hyper modern come together.
I don't know what to think.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of this whole like remixing classic songs to get trailer effects.
It fit it, but I'm not like.
It did fit it, but I mean only in the sense that the action and the stuff like kind of meshed on screen, like beat wise.
Mhm.
I mean, come together. It fits there. It's a Justice League movie. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of on the
Yeah.
nose. I don't really know.
The only thing that matters is that Paul McCartney's getting money in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney.
Paul Moneybags McCartney.
Paul Moneybag.
Paul Moneyback McCartney.
Paul the Golden Beetle McCartney.
Moneybags is my favorite epithet.
David Moneybags Sorganich.
No, the original one was James Moneybags Cameron.
Okay, that makes
I think
sense.
that's the most
Moneybags
fitting.
Cameron.
That makes
I like
sense.
that one.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
More true than ever with Avatar coming up.
Yeah.
Opinions on the actual movie though, instead of just getting into side rants.
It looks like it's got a lot of action in it.
Yeah, didn't see that coming. A lot of action in Justice League movie.
Yeah, action. That's amazing. Lots of it. Explosions.
Shocking.
Shocking explosions, action, adrenaline, heart pounding, aliens.
Then there's that little quip with your superpower.
I'm rich.
I'm rich.
Finally answering the age-old question we've asked when we're high.
Except we already knew the answer to the question. Rich was always his superpower. Anyone with half a brain can tell you that.
I like the casting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
the
the
casting
casting.
too. I think the most interesting one there is the Flash casting. I like that they went with the younger approach on that. It's interesting. I can't help but feel like it's them just kind of trying to break into the whole X-Men thing with Quicksilver. Like the actor that they is it Ezra Miller? Maybe. You gotta use it. Shrug. Actor that they got to play Flash, who I believe is Ezra Miller. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna say it.
You should
Stop
say it
recording.
and then look it up.
Loud
Say it with
proud.
confidence.
With confidence.
Say it with the chest. Sorry, we're still on that one.
but it was really, I mean, right, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Really reminiscent of Quicksilver. It looks to me like they are trying to kind of have their own Quicksilver. Like, oh, he's a fast, witty, young dude.
Young guy.
Young dude.
He's a young ruffian.
He's the one who provides all the commentary. It's what the audience is thinking. He's the everyman.
Ooh.
Or something. I don't know. Looks well shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it didn't look too
Oh,
bad.
color grading was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
color grading.
much better.
I really liked what they did with Cyborg. I thought Cyborg
Oh, yeah.
looked awesome.
When they put on the full mask, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
nice.
That was pretty sick. I was kind of hoping there would be a little bit more Teen Titans in that Cyborg, but I understand that Cyborg is kind of a one-off.
Very
With, like
different
the whole,
Cyborg.
like, again, kind of a little bit of the dude, a little bit of like kind of streets in that version of Cyborg. Still, really exciting, and it looks really good visually. Can't say anything about plot. One thing I did notice with this, compared to the disaster that was the Batman versus Superman marketing, is that I have no idea who the hell they're fighting.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I like that.
Ooh,
I have
I did
no-
not realize
Right?
that.
Yeah.
No
they
idea who they're
didn't
fighting.
really show it.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Darkseid, but I have no idea who they're
I saw
fighting.
like a bug-like thing, and I'm like, oh,
It looked like it, but I don't know enough about DC to even speculate as to what that is.
I don't either.
That's
I don't as well.
perfect.
Yay.
Perfect. So it looks in the same vein as has become the trend with DC stuff. It looks
Yeah.
really serious. I kind of liked that they broke down the tone a little bit at the end there with the Jason Momoa stuff, and when the music started to open up, I really appreciated
It
that.
felt more genuine this time.
It did feel more genuine, and not that DC has a problem doing serious. I think there's a place for grim, dark superhero stuff. I like
Yeah.
that if it's done well.
But like when you're doing that, like putting in the comedy to it, they haven't had that much success with it. The last few movies I watched,
It's just weird because like they haven't found the right spots to kind of spice that stuff in.
Mhm.
Like they have these, for the most part, really serious films that they try to spice in these little quips, and they just kind of come out of nowhere and make the rest of it seem just slightly less serious and slightly more cheesy in doing so. And then the stuff that does end up actually being funny is all stupid stuff that's supposed to be serious and was just displayed incorrectly. Like, Martha! You have to save Martha! That nonsense. That's what I'm talking about.
You see, it's something I never realized, but it is a delicate balance.
Yeah, it's a really delicate balance. And it's one that the Avengers strikes well,
Yeah.
but it's very formulaic the way that the Avengers does it. And I appreciate that DC isn't trying to copy that. There's, I guess, a little bit of a fear with that now that kind of Aquaman is in there and the Flash are in there for just a little bit of comic relief stuff.
Yeah, what does Aquaman do?
He controls fish. He's apparently really strong.
Wait, hold on. I have one question. If
He could jump
Aquaman,
high.
if Aquaman controls water, theoretically he controls the atmosphere because the atmosphere has a lot of water in it.
Well, I
He
don't know
could
if
just-
he's like a water bender. I don't know about that.
I feel like if you were to think about it, he could probably just like.
You think Aquaman's the OG waterbender?
Oh yeah, I think he's totally the OG. You're made of water. He could just crush you or get like the
Shit,
the
man.
organisms in you.
I am made of
Yeah.
water. You're right. I never thought about that
Aquaman's
before.
a G.
Aquaman is the strongest character in this whole movie. You think Superman's gonna be back in this one?
Yeah.
Because Superman's coming
Maybe.
back, right?
Did Superman die?
Yeah, he did die,
He
but
died.
he's died like 3 times before in the comic books, at least.
He's
And
Superman.
he's
You're not allowed to
Superman.
kill him.
So what's he gonna do? Just like smash out of his coffin?
But I don't actually
Probably.
remember. I don't actually.
$15
remember
says he's just
that
gonna smash right out of that a year later. Oh, you see, and then we have this whole.
Because Apocalypse has killed Superman before. Apocalypse killed the comics Superman. Apocalypse killed the Superman and Batman vs Superman.
So he's just gonna remain dead until he feels better.
Until he feels better, he's got to retreat into his cocoon. Like
He's
his
gonna
larval.
hibernate for a year, and
He's
then
gonna
dead.
he's gonna recede into his larval state and then evolve once again.
No,
after
they're gonna break-
accumulating biomass.
They're gonna break tradition entirely. He's gonna regenerate.
He's gonna regenerate. He's gonna come back, and David Tennant's gonna be the new Superman.
Weird British sheep coming out. Hello.
So that's kind of cool. I feel hesitant getting.
Um,
Here's some breaking commentary, friends. I feel hesitant getting excited about a DC movie. Best no one has said that before.
I think that the appeal in this one is the uniqueness of the characters.
Yeah.
And I would see it solely for that.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be a weird like. I like that too because you're contrasting 2 super serious characters in the form of at least this version of Batman. Ben Affleck Batman is a very serious version of
Oh
Batman.
yeah.
and Wonder Woman, who's fairly serious, and you're contrasting that with, well, first of all, Cyborg actually looks really serious now too.
Yeah,
He looks
yeah.
almost like military, practically. You're contrasting that with Aquaman and with the Flash, and it's going to be interesting the way they do that with comedy, because I feel like that stark contrast in terms of comedy doesn't exist in the Avengers stuff. I feel like there's nobody in the Avengers that is as serious as the current iteration of Batman is.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of anybody that's actually like directly involved with the team.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I
So
can't either.
yeah, so it'll be interesting seeing the way that stands beside actual comedy and real comic relief. It's something to look out for, I suppose. I think we've exhausted that one, going at it for 8 or 10 minutes or so.
Boom.
Boom. Last one we're going to be looking at is a little bit shorter than the first two. This is just a teaser trailer for Death Note, which, from what I understand, neither of you guys have any experience
No,
with
I watched Death Note.
Did you watch Death Note?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you had said, whoops.
No.
It's just
Ryan
Dave.
recommended it to me, too. I'm remembering that now. I'm stupid. Just Dave hasn't seen Death Note. Do you know anything about it? Like, do you know what the premise
Not
is?
a clue.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. We're gonna watch the trailer and we're gonna play a guessing game, see if Dave can see what it's about. Okay? All right, we're gonna hit the stop button here. Pause. Be back with you in 1 second with Death Note.
Shall we begin?
And we're back. That was a short one, only about a minute long.
Yeah.
So, opinions around. I guess we'll start with Dave.
Yeah,
I think we should start with Dave.
Looks spooky.
Yeah.
Looks well filmed.
Yeah.
Looks
it
high.
does look really well filmed.
I
Looks
would
high
say that,
budget.
yes.
It does look high budget and I don't think it's that. I don't know what the budget.
I mean,
of that
Netflix
is.
does give them a pretty decent budget, but like in terms of what they could do with it, I could see them having a really, really high budget with this one. I don't know. I think stylistically, or just in terms of like the original character, I don't know if I would have made him blonde, but like I know. First off, it didn't look that bad, and two, it worked better than if he had like darker hair, because the whole image is like dark.
Yeah,
He would've
that's
just
true.
gotten
It
lost.
contrasts a little bit better for the sake of that one
Yeah,
shot.
for the sake of that.
I don't know if.
I mean, let's be honest. Most of this is going to take place like dark. So.
Yeah, it is going to be a lot darker. There's a lot of like kind of brooding shots in bedrooms. Crouched over
Lots
the
of
desk.
neon lights.
Yeah, lots of
Oh,
neon
yeah.
lights. Brian, since you've seen this, what do you think about lights casting? Just from like a facial perspective here, like just from what it looks like.
Well, I mean, okay, you said before you were talking about it. They want to do like distinctly American.
It's a distinctly American. Like this has no ties to. They're not like incorporating Japanese culture into this in the way the original Death Note did. So this is a light that is it light like. I don't know what Light's last name is in this. Hold on. Death Note Netflix Light.
His name's still Light, but
His name is still Light. His first name is still Light. But they have different. Everybody's like slightly different here. So the only name that I think is going to change is probably the demons. Like probably Ryuk is still Ryuk, played by Willem Dafoe, by the way.
ooh,
Right?
ooh,
Right?
Is that a good ooh or bad?
It's a really good.
That's
ooh.
a good
It's
ooh.
a really good ooh.
that's the ooh I make for mac and cheese.
Light is named Light Turner now instead of Light
Light Turner.
Turner. It's just interesting to look at because I feel. Excuse me, there's that coughing I was talking about. Stop trying to help me here. I have a reputation to uphold, damn it. Light is in the source material is very manipulative and tries his best to feign perfection in a way. And I think it's a little bit weird that they didn't necessarily go the pretty boy route with Light. That being the guy who was like writing over the notebook. He had that blonde flare in his
Yeah.
head. And
Okay.
the back
Yeah,
of
that
the
guy.
guys when he's looking at the demon. That guy.
He's your main
Yeah.
character.
In the source material, he's kind of like a pretty boy perfectionist, like straight A student who's trying his best to kind of stay under wraps of everything, pretty much. And that doesn't look necessarily like what they did with this one. I don't think that
Like from the outside, you could see he just looks evil.
he does.
Like, there's that one
he
shot
looks
where
a
his
lot
hair's
more
down.
evil
And
than
he's like
Yagami does.
He's all bug-eyed and like that's really evil. I can just tell from right away.
So that's an interesting direction to go with that one. I don't know how strongly the plot is going to be changed with this.
I don't know. He definitely. I feel like looking at the character, definitely looks like an outsider. Like
Oh
completely
yeah, for
out.
sure.
I wonder how they're going to adapt to that. If
It
they're going
is.
that way.
Yeah, it's different to me too, especially because we don't have a good shot of what L looks like. L being the guy who in this trailer was the guy that was dressed in black walking through the red hallway. who you couldn't see anything his face was covered for some reason. I don't really know why. In the manga and anime, in the source material, he's this really creepy detective. He's got bags under his eyes. He always sits with like his feet up on the chair and kind of like squatted over in a way, and his arms wrapped around his knees. It's very off-putting. And the
That's
strength
totally opposite.
of exactly, it's totally opposite. And the strength of, at least from what we've seen, the strength of what we have seen in the original source material is that you get this really strong contrast between the good guy, L, the really awkward one with the baggy eyes who looks like an outsider, and Light, who's this kind of pretty boy, perfectionist, straight-A student dude. And that created this really strong contrast. And this almost looks like it's going to be turned on its head a little bit.
Yeah,
this
no,
one.
it looks
Light
exactly-
is the much more off-putting one. From
He is.
the, again, very limited amount of L that we've seen in the trailer.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
haven't seen too much in the trailer, so I can't really say.
There's not a lot to talk about here, so that's what makes it so good to incorporate into the podcast.
But yeah, but that little like the way it's turned on its head, it's gotten me interested. I definitely want.
It's really it's definitely interesting.
I'm gonna definitely watch it.
Oh, absolutely. It's a Netflix thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's
See,
fine.
yeah, no, we can't not watch
Yeah, it's a Netflix thing. I'm excited.
Is it a movie or a miniseries?
What is coming out on Netflix is a movie.
Okay.
It's based off of a manga that was adapted into a 37-ish, mid-30s episode anime adaptation, and then like a million different things in Japan. Like I think there were 2 live-action movies in Japan. At least one stage play and musical.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome, honestly. I've seen some of their old live action movies. They're actually really good. Very different from this.
Yeah, really different. Because a lot of people have complaints about the second half of the source material in that one. So there's kind of a lot of changes that just happened by popular demand. And I think it's good that things are being changed for Americanized version of this, because you already have enough Death Note material from the Japanese perspective. From the source material, which is a good starting point for sure, but we also have the stage stuff that just by virtue of having actual Japanese actors in there, in the stage stuff and in the live action movie that we have from Japan, are made distinctly more Japanese just by having Japanese actors in there. So I think it's good that they're going in a completely different direction.
It kind of
for
reminds me
Western
of
audience.
Godzilla. You know how they westernized it?
Exactly, yeah. So, and we got Godzilla 2014, and then in 2016 we got Shin Godzilla, the
made by the original Toho. Right?
Maybe, I don't know. All I know is it was directed by Hideaki Anno.
Yeah.
And that is a very distinctly Japanese Godzilla in the vein of the original Godzillas. This is not going to be like that. This is going to be, in comparison to that source material, it's going to be like Godzilla 2014 versus the original Godzilla movies. So we're gonna move on from this one because Dave doesn't have a lot to contribute to this. I can tell he's like kind of waiting for this one to pass by.
But you should watch it. I think, is it still on Netflix?
I don't know. I've been watching. It's totally on Netflix. It's
Watch
totally
it.
on Netflix.
I'll give it a watchy.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. At least the first half of it is good. I'm approaching the second half of it in my first watch through. I've watched pretty much the entirety of the L stuff at this point, and I'm approaching it, and I'm not excited to see it. I'm still gonna watch it. I'll see it through to the end, but still. We're gonna move on to something that Dave can talk about. And I know this because when I introduced it before, he got all hot and bothered, for lack of a better term. And that is that we can expect the fifth Indiana Jones movie in 2019.
Oh, no.
And that is the exact
Oh, no.
response I was hoping for. Dave, you have the stage. Rant away.
I'm not going to say much. All I'm going to say is that, what was it? Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? That movie sucked nuts. I'm not going to go see this new piece of shit.
You've been waiting all your life to say
This
this.
movie sucked nuts. Getting all close to the microphone. Like, let me tell you, fuckers. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a travesty.
Is that a fucking kingdom? No, it's a fucking landfill.
The landfill of the Crystal Skull.
It's like the best part of that movie was in, Indiana Jones just crawled inside a fridge.
Survives it. That was my favorite scene.
Oh my god.
What else do we have on this? Like, is it after 4? Is it before? Is it like a new Indiana Jones? They're somehow gonna explain.
Yeah, when does this...
Because there's plot holes I have.
Is Shia LaBeouf going to be?
We have no plot information at this time. Apparently, what I can tell you, according to MovieWeb.com, the only way he's going to do it is with Spielberg,
Ooh.
And he also said he wasn't going to do it without a really good script,
Okay.
Okay.
according to Harrison Ford.
I mean, that doesn't mean much.
Need I remind you guys that Harrison Ford is batshit crazy?
I mean,
Yeah.
let's think about it.
Didn't he get a
He got on the
plane
plane.
crash?
He got on
No,
the plane
multiple.
crash.
He's done this a few times.
Oh, that I didn't know.
He flies his own plane, and after like the third time, he's like, "Nah, I'm still gonna do this." Like, no.
No, I got so good the first 2 times.
Harrison, no.
Harrison, no. Harrison, spare us. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Hold on, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
You said that there's another Jurassic Park coming out.
Jurassic World 2.
Okay. What is Steven Spielberg's affiliation with that?
I assume he's.
Is he just going to be
did he have an
executive
affiliation
producer
with-
again? He executive produced all the Jurassic Parks that weren't the original. So I'm assuming he's
even
gonna,
even Jurassic World
yeah, pretty sure.
What? Jurassic Mundo?
producer. What did I say?
What?
What did I say?
You see, executive producer doesn't really have to do anything except
No,
put
it
lend
doesn't.
their
I learned
name to
today.
the
I learned.
project.
I learned today that John Krasinski from The Office was an executive producer on Manchester by the Sea. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's a thing.
Mhm.
I don't know if Steven Spielberg is involved with this.
Is he involved with this? Get money.
To
Steven.
Google.
Also, did he direct Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Because if he did, then
Might have an issue here.
yeah.
What's next? It's gonna be a Netflix special.
Oh my god. Netflix
Binge.
special, exactly.
Binge watch Harrison Ford, 90 years old on Netflix.
It was directed by Spielberg.
Oh God,
You're not happy that there's that black mark there?
I'm not.
This movie came out 9 years ago, by the way. What the
What the?
Wow,
2008,
9
I'm
years ago?
old. It
right?
came out when I was 11. That's messed up.
I don't even remember how old I was.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I kind of avoided it. I don't remember thinking that it looked good.
I remember
I
watching
didn't have
it
a
with my
lot of
parents lot.
attachment to Indiana Jones at the time, so I avoided further beyond that.
I watch it with my parents a lot. That's
A
yeah.
lot?
We probably watch it like once every 3 weeks at this point.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Like whenever I stay with them, literally every three. Okay, here's how it works out. They have to watch a movie every Sunday. The first one is always some bullshit. You know,
You go on a cycle.
There's
We
like a
have 3
bullshit
movies that
love
we
story.
watch. We pick once a week.
bullshit love story followed by a Disney movie. Second week, it's definitely action with Jackie Chan, and then there's usually some kind of comedy, but they don't get it. And then the third one, always Indiana Jones or Star Wars.
Indiana Jones as a whole, or just Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Fuck it, I don't know.
I'm picturing Brian like, my parents, or my family owns 2 DVDs, and every Sunday we flip a coin to see which one we watch this week. The longest streak of consecutive watches we ever had was Star Wars Episode 2 for 12 weeks in a row. Something like that.
Memorized every line of dialogue.
Every single line. I know about every grain of sand that Anakin knows about. Oh, man. Okay.
But yeah, I'll watch it. Just why not?
I'm not even going to give it that courtesy.
I'm gonna watch it.
Unless something magical happens to make me believe it, otherwise I'm not going to even give it that courtesy.
I want to see Harrison Ford like blaze out of his mind in this movie.
You
'Cause
see,
that's how I'm going to it.
there was some kind of how do I say this? There's some kind of appeal in having him return as an old man in the last one,
He's
and
already an old man.
I think that has that appeal has worn off already.
Oh yeah.
I don't want another classic franchise ruined by Harrison Ford getting killed off after 30 years playing the role or something.
But if he did it, I wouldn't blame
Spoilers
him.
for The Force Awakens, by the way.
No, you did. There's gonna be some kid who's gonna yell at you. He's gonna send you an angry letter.
Not a kid on this planet worth a damn that hasn't seen Force Awakens yet. I said planet. Country. In this country.
I was gonna say that's a lot of
In
kids
this
you
country.
hate.
In this
That's a
country.
lot of kids you just want to kill.
In this country. I'm going to go on a limb and say every one of the millions of people that are tuning into this show every week.
Millions, billions,
Billions. We got the whole world. On to more optimistic things. A trailer that I forgot that we didn't talk about. You guys seen the Deadpool 2 trailer?
No.
Really?
No.
Ooh, you're in for a treat. I'm going to hit the pause button. We're going to watch it and be back in a minute. You guys are going to like this. It's good.
Sure about that?
Is it funny?
Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. Oh, you're not gonna walk that one off. Oh, that's so gross. Ah, I'm so sorry. No, I spent way too long in the phone booth.
That is not the version that I saw. That is an extended version.
That was beautiful.
Oh shit! I didn't hit the pause button. Hi, we're still here. Oh wow!
Yo!
You were here with us, experiencing it the whole time. Except not really, because I'm gonna edit that out.
Nice. Stop.
Deadpool. Deadpool thoughts.
That was a perfect
It
trailer.
was a really
Yeah.
good trailer.
That was because think about it. If you ever really thought about it, like how do superheroes change? Like, do they just have it under them all the time? I know Superman would have it
I
under
don't know.
him.
I assume it's just another power.
I like the nod to Superman with the old
Yeah.
theme
Yeah.
music.
The original trailer that I saw actually had that continue after he hopped out. It didn't have Stan Lee cameo, by the way. And it had him jump out with the Superman music going and him sprinting across the street. I thought that hit a little bit harder than the one song they had in here. Still really funny, though. The Stan Lee cameo was
I
really
love
funny.
this.
Especially considering it wasn't even, like, I mean, yeah, it was a cameo by definition, but it was still involved Deadpool just going, "Shut up, Stan Lee!"
I love the really happy music that was playing at the end.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the like, marimba music.
I love how he just sits there and has a conversation with his dead body. It's like,
Yeah.
I can eat his ice cream now.
I still just, like, I like all the meta jokes.
I love how Logan was in the background.
Yeah, Logan was on. There was a movie theater in the background with Logan printed on the top.
Oh,
of it.
wasn't
Isn't
it?
that-
Yeah, like the minute I saw it, he
Yeah.
got to the phone booth, like covers up the end, and you see Loga, and I'm like,
Logan. Yeah, I remember being really confused too because the first time that I saw that trailer is 2 weeks ago when I was actually in theater seeing Logan, and that was like the prelude to the movie Logan, and it really screwed with my head.
I like it.
Excuse me, we're in recording.
It still seems like the original movie.
Yeah,
has that
exactly.
trademark humor.
And I appreciate the confidence that they have to put together a trailer like that after the great big showing that was Deadpool.
Yeah.
That they have the confidence to put out something like that with so minimal information and with footage that is almost certainly not actually going to be in the movie.
for sure.
Pretty much no chance. Especially they're milking that joke for all it's worth. That ad is everywhere.
Oh, I know.
And it's good. It's really good. And Ryan Reynolds fits that character really well. And I'm excited for more.
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
But poor old guy though. Poor old guy.
Poor old
Yeah.
guy.
Rip for the old guy.
He's seen better days.
He just had some Cherry Garcia. You want to
Ooh, Jerry Garcia ice cream. The version that I saw also involved Deadpool like complaining about a brain freeze. He's like, "Oh, brain freeze. Probably shouldn't be complaining about that to you though," or something like that. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh well, I think that seems like a pretty natural place to end it. A little bit of Deadpool talk, a little bit of kind of optimistic talk instead of in the middle when we were talking about Justice League and about Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Dave tackling his post-traumatic stress disorder demons when it comes to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I don't want to think about it.
I could tell. We brought some memories.
He's in
forward.
house of nightmares.
Dave was going to be mad at us for a little bit. The emotions were let run. They flew. So we're going to end this recording, and Dave is going to go wash away all of his sorrows and alcohol.
And I'm gonna go
That
get a
guy.
hat like Indiana Jones just to fuck with him.
Just to fuck with him.
Yes.
And like a little like a Hamlet skull, but with it's crystal. Wearing the Indiana Jones hat and like crystal Hamlet skull.
To be or not to be? Are you worth $5,000?
No, the answer is no.
Fuck it.
You're gonna throw it after spending $5K on it?
Yes.
All right, Brian's got some balls. We're gonna end this recording. Have a good one. We'll see you
Bye.
next time. Bye.